Hey everybody, welcome back. Happy Tuesday. Today is, when you're seeing this, June 3rd. We are already the third day of June. Unbelievable. Why are we here today? Well, as you know, most of you who are not new, and if you are new, welcome in. Welcome in. We are glad to have you. Um, Tuesdays is kind of like my hodgepodge video. I don't have a set segment at this point. So I kind of do random stuff. And it could be Happy Meal, it could be a book look, it could be a crochet catch up, it could be a yarn haul, it could be just an adventure. It could be pretty much anything. So why are we here today? So being that, and this light is getting in my eyes. Wow. Um, so let's see. I'm trying to remember how long ago it was. Was it about a month ago or so that Crystal over at Bag a Day Crochet um, released a brand new yarn line? Yes, she has her own yarn line. If you don't know that that happened, I have no idea where you've been, because everybody is just like over the moon with the fact that Crystal has been wanting to have her own yarn line, and she's been working with the company, and she finally apparently got it the way she wanted, the way she dreamed, and so now the yarn line is actually here. Well, not only when the yarn released on Mary Maxim, but they also, excuse me, I'm having some throat issues. They not only released the yarn, but at the same time, they also released some blanket kits that came with the yarn. And I do believe the blanket kits are Crystal's blanket patterns. I'm not 100% sure. I have to look into that a little further. But anyhow, so you've probably seen on some other channels, as well as I have, that people had either ordered the yarn and they've been showing them, ordered a blanket kit, they've been showing them. I actually, the day that the yarn dropped, I did order a blanket kit and I did receive it. But yet again, with everything that's been going on, I keep forgetting to make a video. It's been sitting over there staring at me. And then when I've done my whole week and I'm exhausted and it's going, are you ever going to make a video? And I keep saying next week. But yes, the yarn was talking to me, as they all do. But anyhow, um, the blanket that I ordered, blanket kit, let me get this open and then I'll show you the yarn. I ordered this one because I thought it was so pretty, and it is the Chromatic Textures blanket that is finish size 41 by 53, and it's an intermediate pattern through Mary Maxim, and it is this blanket right here. I took one look at that and I was like, wow. My mom would have been like, I need that in my life. And so I had to have it. It's absolutely stunning. No, I have not started it yet. It does look um like I'm going to enjoy it. Um, I cannot wait to start it. I do have a lot of other blanket kits from Mary Maxim and Hirschner's, I believe, and maybe somewhere else. And at some point, we need to drag them out and go through them and decide how I'm going to start working through them, because they do deserve some love too. I don't like the fact that they're sitting in a closet and not being enjoyed or worked on. So I don't know if I would do a random draw with them, put all the names of the kits in a bucket, because I'm really doing a lot of random draw lately. But at the same time, I like that idea because that way I don't have to sit there and try and pick which one I think I want to do first. Because I love them all. Otherwise, I wouldn't have purchased them, right? So, yes, I purchased the Chromatic Textures blanket, and in true fashion, because it's my mama's favorite color. I did get the blanket in Your Majesty Queen, the purple, and you can see how squishy. OMG, yes. This is unbelievably soft. I know there's a misprint on the labels. This says approximately 328 yards or 300 meters, 100% anti-pilling acrylic, so it's the good stuff. Of course, because crystal wouldn't do anything otherwise, right? 150 grams or 5.3 ounces. Machine wash in warm water. Tumble dry, normal. Do not iron, do not dry clean, do not bleach. And of course, it was from Mary Maxim. It's a medium weight number 4, and I'm gonna try and read the label because you know my eyes. They recommend a 5.0 millimeter or a US 8 knitting needle, or a 5.0 millimeter or US H8 crochet hook. And these were made in Turkey. And we know how much she loves Freddie and the Queen. They were her idols, and so all of these colorways were named from songs, albums, etc. from Queen. So this one is Your Majesty Queen, and I think it is the most beautiful ombre purple I have ever seen. I knew she wasn't going to stop until she had it perfect, and I have to tell you, these are perfect. Um, I'm trying to remember how many colors came out. I should have brought the magazine in here. I didn't order individual skeins right now. I just ordered the blanket kit because I wanted to try the yarn first before I decide whether it's something I want to run out and buy to use. And from my understanding, she will be having new colors drop later on at some point. So, and the kit came with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 balls right here. So these are all in packs of 3, and then this one right here. I absolutely cannot wait. And better put this back in here. Otherwise, I will misplace it in this room. So, yeah. But I figured I would show you guys. And I can't wait to start working it up. I know Ellen from Ellen's Crochet. She actually bought the same kit the same time I did. I think she got hers the day before I did. And she went ahead and did a video as soon as she got it. She started working it up right away. I need to set that over here. And I can't, if I remember correctly, she is not doing all the, it's basically a stitch sampler blanket with all different kinds of stitches. I think she was sticking with just one stitch, the waffle stitch. Not 100% certain, because if she did a different update, I didn't see it. And I try and watch all her videos because I absolutely adore her. She is so stinking cute. But yeah, I cannot wait to start that one. It's going to be a little bit because We have the M&Ms, the Mandela Madness blankets going on, which are quickly coming to a close. And I have some hospice blankets on the hook that have been being kind of neglected and they need to get finished up. And excuse me, cucumbers. I don't know what it is with the cucumbers here lately. I'm on a salad kick, and normally cucumbers do not bother me, but here lately they are like, Missy, we're still here. But squirrel moment. And I don't even remember where I was. I totally forgot. But anyhow, yeah. Oh, I have the hospice blankets I need to finish that are already on hook. I have some Amis that are already on hook, and I have some projects because I have gotten some messages from some people requesting some items. So those are on my list to get to working on. And I have fair projects I need to start working on as well. I only have two things finished. Piper is one of them. She's going to be entered into the any other category because we don't have an AMI category. One of my Mandelas is going into the Afghan category. And then I have to do a holiday item, a hat, a scarf, and a baby item. So I have four more. We have another category for doily. I haven't done doilies in forever, and I never end up having time to do a doily. So I doubt that one gets done again this year. But I'm going for 6 categories out of the 7, which is usually what I try for. So yeah. So we we have 4 more categories that we need to get working on because I have to have this stuff turned in on June 21st. Yeah. Um, so, okay, let's move on. So, Bag a Day, Mary Maxim kits. I know they're available. If I recall, as of the filming of this video, they are still having a 25% off kit sale, I think is what I saw in my email. I'm not exactly sure when that ends. Actually, we can look it up real quick. Mary Maxim. Let's see. 25% off all Afghan and blanket kits. I don't need to spin to win. And it says sale prices as marked now through 6/2/25, which is the day I'm filming this on Monday. Sorry. But they do have the sales come out quite often and like quite often. Plus, if you get their emails, you get coupons all the time. Um I'm all the time getting coupons for like $10 off an order of $59 or more, stuff like that. So if you're not getting the emails, I suggest you sign up if you want to save some money. And I'm looking at Crystal's yarn, and the one that my kit's in, the Your Majesty Queen, is out of stock, and so is the Live at Wembley. But they do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 other colors that are still available. Yeah, see if it'll, you can see where those two are still, they're out of stock. And then those are still, everything else is still in. I'm really wanting that Burning Through the Sky and Seven Seas and Exquisite Clutter. Those are some absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous yarns. And they said Your Majesty Queen and Live at Wembley will be back in stock in late July, is the message on the bottom of the page in red. Okay, so enough of that. And what else do we have today? Well, do we see a red bag? Yes, we do. Do you know what a red bag means? If you don't, you've been missing out. Red bag means premiere yarn. Yay! Make it premiere. Recently they came out with, and I'm knocking everything off my desk. This hasn't been opened yet. Um, they came out with some new colorways in some of the yarns, and we all know that I love some as as much as I love solids and cakes. I do love my variegateds because I love color. And the uh see, trying to think. Premier Basics Multi, which is their variegated line. I'm trying to remember how many colors they had, maybe 5 or 6. And they came out with some new colors. And this has been probably a few weeks ago. And during all the Joann's hauls, euphoria. And I had showed Brian and told him that as much as I loved most of the new colors, there was a couple of the colorways that I was really interested in that at some point I wanted to get some skeins to mix with some solid colors and make some really pretty bright blankets with solids and the multi. So he's like, why don't you just go ahead and order them? And so I was like, no, I just had all these, I've been doing all these Joann hauls for the closing liquidation. It can wait, it can wait. And he's like, no, I think you should just go ahead and order them. So I put them in my cart and I still couldn't pull the trigger to check out. I don't know if I was feeling the guilt of buying all the yarn that I had been, and then here I am getting ready to order some. But I kept playing it through my head, and I'm like, you know what? It's only 2 of the colorways that I want right now, so I'm going to order 2 of the colorways, and that way I know I'll have them, and I can start using them in some projects that I have in mind. And then if I really like how they're working up and everything, I can get some more of the other colors later, and possibly more of these. So, which ones did I order? Well, the first one that I ordered was this one right here, and it is the color Sherbet Multi. It is so, so pretty. I think you can see it through that wrapper. It's got like this light yellow, like a sherbet orange, a like a lavender purple, a light aqua blue, some white, and then there's some colors where it kind of transitions in between. Um, it is so pretty. I'm trying not to take them out of the wrapper, but I think they are absolutely gorgeous. So I got 2 packs, 2 3-packs of the sherbet multi because, you know, um, and that way I can mix it with like this like light sherbet orange, some baby yellow, the light aqua blue, or lavender. I feel like striping it and then these in between and some white, layering the striping, or even some pretty granny or possibly around. I think this would really set off those colors. And then using the solids would really highlight the colors in this striping. I like them. And, you know, I've been starting to do the baby blankets for Christina over at Bella and Chinetto for the military spouses on the base over there in Sicily because they are making um, baby baskets for the new and expectant moms for the new babies that are being born. So that was another line of thinking that I had going on. And then, this is the one that really, really grabbed my attention when I saw it. And, oh, their label says for internal use only. This is the color Tropicool Multi right here. I think that is so pretty. It's got like a light lime green, 2 shades, a light fuchsia, and orange, and then some little bits of colors from where the colors transition. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. I think this would be so pretty striped up with some complementary solids in these colors. And I do have quite a bit of the Premier basics that I can dig out and use with these. Let's see. You can see the 2 different colors of the green. One's a little lighter and one's a little lime. And then you have the orange and the fuchsia. Oh, it's so pretty. So pretty. And once again, this is Tropicool instead of Tropical Multi. And they are 250 yards or 229 meters, 5 ounces or 140 grams, 100% acrylic per ball. And they recommend a 5.5 millimeter or US 9 knitting needle or a 5.5 US I9 crochet hook. Machine wash, tumble dry. Buy enough of the same dye lot to complete project. We've all made that boo-boo, haven't we? And it's got the Okotex standard. And of course they have the little scan code right there for the information on that. Made in Turkey. I'm trying to see what this says. Premier Yarns. Harrisburg, North Carolina. Made in Turkey. Hashtag make it Premier. But yeah. So I got 2 3-packs for a total of 6. Because they are only 250 yards per ball. So, but this was the one that I was really, 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 when I first saw them, I was really, really, really wanting it. Because I think the colors are gorgeous. So yeah, that was my premiere. I only got those 2. Like I said, only because they were new. And I know colors always look a little different in screen online versus in real life. And these did not disappoint. These are very, very true to what I was seeing online in comparison. So I'm like super excited. And I really can't wait to start making something with these because, like I said, this one really had caught my eye. I mean, the sherbet one too, the sherbet multi. But this one, I got a feeling this one is going to be my favorite multi until they come out with something that's going to top it, which I don't foresee is going to be anytime soon. But I absolutely love it. I love Premier Yarn. Even the basics, their value brand, you can't beat the price. The colors are very vibrant. I think the yarn is soft. I've never, ever, ever had a problem with their yarn. And they do frequent sales. And a lot of times you can get free shipping. And if you get the emails, you're in the know of all the coupons and all that stuff. So, and you never know when they're going to come out with something new like these when I saw them drop. And I couldn't. And Brian is like, when they say you have the angel and the devil on each shoulder saying yes, yes, no, no. Brian was on my shoulder and in my ear saying, yes, yes, go ahead, order them, go ahead. And I'm like, no, but I just got all this Joann's yarn. And he's like, it's just a couple colors, Missy. That's all you want right now. Um, and he's like, you can get more later on when you use up some yarn. Very true. But like I said, I think I was still having guilt pangs from all the Joann's hauls from the liquidation sales. But we all know that's over. Although a lot of us have seen, and some of us, let me get this out of my way, have mentioned the little message that I saw pop up on the Joann site after they closed the last one, which is very, very, very cryptic. You know the one I'm talking about, this one right here. Is it going to show? I don't think it's going to let you read it. There we go. You know, the one that says, thank you for crafting with us for generations. Joann has been honored to be part of your creativity, your quilts, costumes, school projects, and handmade moments of love. It has been our joy to serve makers and dreamers across the country. We're stitching something new behind the scenes, and we can't wait to share what's next. Stay tuned for exciting news about the future of Joann. Really? Extremely cryptic, extremely. Because when you go to Joann's, no longer do you have their homepage with the shopping, all that, of course. It's all shut down. This is what you get. So here we go again with the, yep. I know most of you have probably seen this on other podcasters' channels. And what's your opinion? What do you think? I don't know if it has anything to do with them selling Joann branded yarn at Hirschner's and Mary Maxim, or if they are going to try and reopen perhaps as an online entity like Premier, Lion Brand, Hirschner's. Granted, we know Hirschner's has the brick and mortar store up in Wisconsin. If Joann's decided to go back to the basics, the way it was prior, where they were selling the fabric, the sewing notions, the fiber, the yarn, notions, things like that, I think that they might be able to reel a lot of us back in, um, perhaps. Um, but yeah, I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see. What do you guys think? Um, and if that were the case, if they were wanting to become an online entity rather than like 100% brick and mortar with an online presence for ordering, um, what would be your feelings on that one? Um, would you go back and start shopping there? Or would you feel like we were kind of let down and bamboozled only for them to come back after all this liquidation frenzy and be like, hey, We were never really going away, but we got you. We got all your money. We got out of debt. Yeah. I don't know. What are your thoughts? It's going to be interesting to see. I'm conflicted because my first thought when I read that was about the yarn being sold at Hirschner's and Mary Maxim. Um, but then my brain kind of started conjuring, and we're like, I don't know where they're going with this. So I guess we'll see. So this has been long enough for just a very small haul. And so I'm going to let you guys go. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you for joining me to look at some scrumptious, lovely yarn. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. And come back tomorrow. We have Wednesday Wipeout for dishcloth number 38, which I'm about to record for you guys. So you will be seeing that on Wednesday, the 4th. And then, of course, on Thursday, we will have Twisted Thursday Mandela Madness. Is it going to be the finale or maybe not? I don't know. You're going to have to come back and see. So with that, I'm going to let you guys go and leave you with these parting words. Life is not perfect, so be kind. Try and create something new every day and keep reaching for the stars and your yarn. So till next time, guys, love you bunches. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.